Good evening, everybody, and a welcome. We're back with the Snapdragon Pro Series and the Asphalt 9 Legends Finals. The Open Finals are here once more, and I cannot wait for the competition to get started. We've got Future Flash versus Nilo to start us off. Back there, Future Flash just edging him out at the start of this engagement, but Future Flash just a couple of tenths in front. We know that Nilo isn't being dropped. He's waiting for a mistake.
Airtime here, but it doesn't matter. Future Flash does manage to take it. He needs to get more turning capacity as well. This is going on forward, but it looks like Nilo crashed right at the very end. And that's going to cost him the entire series. The one time you didn't want to do that. And literally, Future Flash will take it to early here from both these players. Alex is going for the shockwave across that last jump. Was Fra using that?
Some of the lines Fra's chosen are clearly slower, and even though he's taking these risks and clawing back a little bit of time.
Jump, and Alex will be taking the first track here.
The problem is he's only got one chance to prove it now, because if he doesn't win this next one, his opponent wins 2-0.
He did go off the track just a little bit and lost a bit of speed, but he did get more nitro, so he's able to stay level pegging here. So both battle roll again, but Alex gets wrecked.
Very, very wise there from Fra. So a comfortable victory over Alex due to an early match wreck. Potentially win by capitalizing on someone else's. So it's nice to see that even at this level, yeah, I think so. Unfortunately, the extra 360, they're definitely not worth it. Didn't quite get the line right.
Yeah, it literally is at the moment, and he's just smooth sailing from here. It's not really taking any risks, just making sure he does the absolute basics to get the job done. And sadly, the shoot was on the other foot here, as you can see, won by 8 seconds.
Future Flash Alex is maybe the matchup that has the most interesting history behind it. So we are here on Pearl of the Orient. Future Flash already catching up to Alex. I mean, this would be brushes the wall just a little bit, and I feel like Alex has gotten the tiniest bit of breathing room.
Certainly could indeed, as we're going to almost patch things up here. Alex looking very strong and managed to finish that.
We are about to find out. We're going to be moving on to track number 2. It's almost a repeat of track number 1 here.
Alex with more airtime here, so to get a bit more nitro going over the next jump here. There's only about 20 seconds left into it.
The mistake that we're waiting for coming around now. The final bet. Future Flash is right on him, but Alex hangs on. Here we go. It's track number 3. Are we going to see Future Flash ahead? He's got the inside going into the first turn. He's finally ahead.
Oh, I love that as well. Riding the railing, go to the next jump as well. This is looking to be a very solid start here.
And then got knocked down, unfortunately. So Future Flash here really setting us up for the early stage. I don't want to call anything to
an opponent like Future Flash. You need to end it as soon as physically possible, because you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile, and that was just a good example of that.
But you can't think like that as well. You have to be thinking ahead. You need to be focusing on the race at hand, and you need to not worry about what's gone on in the past. Let's find out who's ahead in the early stages of this race. Both cars angling towards each other. Alex giving Future Flash a little bit of a bump, but Future Flash having absolutely none of it. He still looks like the marginally faster driver.
This is what I mean, though. Oh, he missed out on that barrel. In those first 2 tracks, you do feel like Future Flash put on a ton of pressure onto Alex and did a phenomenal job with the lines and how refined he was around some of these bends. One go, is it and a bit dicey in itself. But here we go here, John. We're going to be going into track number 5 of the piece, and this is for all the marbles here, John.
He's got the lead. I mean, that's what we were talking about. So Future Flash holding on to that to begin with. A lot of drifting here, lots of 90-degree angles, of course, as you get into the city section of this track. And I have to say, I think Alex has managed to stem the flow here. I feel like he's slightly closer.
The thing is, though, it's going to be so tight here. He doesn't have double nitro to get across. Flash is still refining this line so well, and Alex still directly behind him. He has closed the gap just by a couple of tenths of a second, just makes it, but doesn't barrel roll. That could cost him here, using a 360 to try and get across and drift across as well, but it's not going to work in his favor. Future Flash, he's going to be your champion here for Season 2.